Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing good and welcome to my YouTube channel. In the recent days, have you seen the Honorable Prime Minister's photo flying a kite? Well, there are a lot of photos of the Honorable Prime Minister flying kites because he's from the state of Gujarat. But this time, there happens to be a gentleman alongside him. Well, that gentleman happens to be the Honorable Chancellor of Germany. His name is Mr. Friedrich Merz. Mr. Frederick Merz has visited India as his first Asian destination after assuming office in the middle of 2025. Now, the visit is very significant as India and Germany happen to celebrate their 25 years of strategic partnership and 75 years of diplomatic relations happening this year. My dear friends, it's known that Germany is facing a slow growth rate. They're growing at 0.3%. Now, the slow growth rate of Germany has happened since 2021, owing to the COVID lockdowns, and it has been worsened post 2022 following the war in Ukraine, the crisis in Ukraine. And following the sanctions of the West and NATO, most importantly, the United States of America, the fossil fuel supplies that ran Germany are not entering the country. Following which, they had to pay more for their fossil fuels, for their heating and things like that, which slowed their economy and production doesn't happen that good. However, now they are in the process of rebuilding, and this visit is actually a very important visit. The Honorable Chancellor and the Honorable Prime Minister have overseen the signing of 19 pacts. Of these 19 pacts, what do we really get? We get visa-free transit for Indian travelers. We get hiring for skilled professionals from India. Allocation of funds for renewables development are among the 19 pacts. But among these 19 pacts, there are particularly two JDOIs that have caught my attention. Now, what is a JDOI? JDOI is a joint declaration of interest. And the two JDOIs that I'm talking about are, the first one is about the joint declaration of intent for the development of industrial level cooperation for defense, and this is going to be for defense industries. And however, the development of submarines was not much spoken about, which is in the buzz, which is in the media. There was only a single statement saying that this was a welcome move by both the countries and they're going to develop submarines worth billions of dollars. However, this particular emphasis of this particular JDOI happened to be on co-production and co-development. So there's going to be sharing of technology, sharing of personnel, and they're going to develop and produce these technologies, critical defense technologies, together. The second one happens to be the joint declaration of interest for skilling on renewable energy sectors. Now, that's another area that's going to be very important. For we as Indians, we are one of the largest consumers of fossil fuels. Clean energy is one of our very important initiatives that we are going to push very aggressively forward for our target of achieving net zero emissions by 2070. We have already a very good capacity building going on. Over 40% of India's, nearly 40% of India's energy today is coming from renewable sources, and we are going to move aggressively ahead in this direction. Renewables is being seen by India not just as a sector that's going to curb emissions and make the planet a healthy place to live, but also we are looking at this particular sector as an economic engine that's going to create jobs and that's going to create new opportunities for the coming generations. And this move is very much welcome. Germany is having a lot of technological prowess in their automobile sector and the heavy machinery sector. India has a lot of skilled personnel. So the exchange program that was talked about between the leaders is going to yield a very good fruit, provided there's continuity in governance and we bring something forward very nicely. We as Indians would love to see this strategic partnership yield very good results for both the countries, and we'd like nothing more than India being a part of the growth story of Germany as we celebrate 75 years of diplomatic relations and 25 years of strategic partnership. Moreover, this is a particular time for India and Europe to come together. Looking at the global scenario, Europe is being approached by India for the market, and India is being approached by Europe for a strategic partnership, because India is that one country which looks at the Ukraine war with a different perspective. Europe looks at the Ukraine war with a different perspective, and I think it's a beautiful intersection point where both can work out the differences and come together for free trade and growth engines of that particular nature. We hope to see more of this in the future. Thank you.